Hey guys, Jacob here. Hope you're having a great day. Want to give you just a quick word on Church at Home, on Pod Church, specifically as it relates to audio. One of the things that has been a struggle for me, quite frankly, most of 2020, is trying to worship at home. It's tough. It's difficult. It's missing so many of the things that we are used to when it comes to being worshipful. I know for my part, when I'm worshiping, when I'm doing church at home or pod church, I'm usually watching on a TV of some sort, and it's easy for me to listen to someone talk. It's easy for me to listen to announcements or videos or things like that. But when it comes to the worship, it's just not the same. Now, there are a whole host of reasons that go into this, and if you want to talk about some of the science of why the sound in a room set up for live worship is different than, when you're trying to play it over your phone or tablet, I would love to talk to you about that. But regardless of why it is, the fact of the matter is worship in a church at home setting or in a pod church setting is just never going to be the same as worship in a live setting. That's just the fact of the matter. So what do we do with that? Well, I have a couple of suggestions for you. First, I strongly encourage you to do what you can to worship. Do what you can to worship at home. That probably means really cranking the volume in whatever setting you're watching on. If you're watching alone, or maybe if you're watching with your spouse, or maybe one or two friends, during the worship portion of things, it might actually be better to listen with headphones. Headphones are going to help with that sound even more than just watching on a device out in the open will. But the third thing I want to encourage you to think about is if you really need a worship experience that really fills the room and helps you worship, let me encourage you, consider coming out to Arise. We've got a couple pods that meet here at Arise at 8:30 and 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings. The building is open. People are here, and we've got the service on in the main room. Now, it's still recorded, right? Nothing is happening live on a Sunday morning like that, but people are here. You can come fellowship. You can come hang out. You can come to church if that's important to you. And very importantly, if you need to be in a setting where the worship is a little more full, perhaps a little louder than you're able to do at home, I would encourage you, consider coming out to Arise on a Sunday morning and worshiping with us here. Again, it's not going to be the same because there's no replacement for doing church live together. It's just not possible, as much as technology helps with that. But I would encourage you, if that's something you need to do, those are some ways forward. Crank that volume, listen with headphones if you can, or if you feel comfortable, come on out to Arise on a Sunday morning. We're here 8:30 and 10, normal service times. We're streaming the service, and we've got some louder worship options for you. So, hey guys, before I go, I just want to say thank you again. I know this is weird, this is difficult. If you're at all like me, this is a very frustrating season. Filled with a lot of perhaps uncertainty, filled with maybe feeling confused as to why one thing is happening one way and not another. I just want to thank you for continuing to be patient. I want to thank you for continuing to make the best of a bad situation. And most importantly, I want to thank you for continuing to serve and submit in this difficult time. It's not easy. I have to remind myself of that every day. It's not easy to serve and submit, but as followers of Jesus, that is what we're called to do. So I want to thank you for serving and submitting with Arise in this season.